And away we go.
Episode 13, part 2, and Jubilee debate. Ouch, ouch, ouch. That's how I got to start that, because this is one of those that I'd kind of heard about it second, third hand. And at first I was like, oh, they can't be right. They can't be right. And then when I saw the actual video of it, you know, minimal or no editing and no obvious AI and whatnot, and my jaw just kind of dropped. And then I heard some of the commentary on it, and then I thought about it some more, and it was just like, holy fucking shit! Because the point with things like, okay, we need to backtrack. Okay, there are these forums where basically you deliberately get at least a handful of well-known people with some unknown but possibly strong content creators in a room to debate big topics. And up until recently, they got in, heated and heavy and whatnot, and like the ones with Jordan Peterson just made him look like a joke. But the one we're talking about right now, there was at least one guy who came on, and in less than about 2 minutes, he basically flat out admitted that he was a fascist, that he would have supported, German mustache man, that he had no problem with just a bunch of really atrocious stuff. And it's not that he said it or that they aired it. It's that there was a room full of people with a bunch of them cheering him on. Yeah. Like, what is, I mean, it's bad enough when people think this way or vote this way, but when they come out of the shadows and with their full chest and no apologies, and it, I don't know, that's your ball.
Ball's my court. Look up the name of the guy. Once again, I want to get these names right. Who was debating these kids?
Oh, so I can picture his face.
I know him, and he's very well known. And when I tell you his name, you're gonna know who I'm talking about. So he's pretty well. He's a well-known news guy. So he debates these guys, right? And
Mehdi Hassan.
Yeah, Mehdi Hassan.
Yeah.
So he's debating these guys, right? And he's smart, and this guy knows his stuff, and he can just whip off facts. I saw this one video where he went on for about, what was it? Probably almost 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Just
5 to
whipping
10
out
minutes.
facts after fact after fact after undisputable, undeniable facts. This guy is like an encyclopedia. He is he's the internet of facts in his brain. So this guy's going to be hard, and he's also bright too on top of it. So he's not only filled with facts, but he's filled with
and he's compassionate and stuff. I mean,
right, and he doesn't come off as trying to be violent or mean. He just comes off as being very direct and putting people in their place when they deserve it. So he's up against these kids, and he just let them hang themselves. He just gave them the rope, and they hung themselves with it. And here's the thing. There's two different takes that people are having on this right now. And one is, oh, you shouldn't allow these people to come out there and have this platform because you're giving it legitimacy. And then there's another take, which I kind of support, which is let them talk. Let them talk, because this is the underbelly. This is the shadow.
Well, but that's why I'm kind of agreeing with you, is it's not the shadow anymore. If it were still the shadow, I'd be more tempted to say keep it in the closet. But
exactly, because look, Trump has emboldened. He has given these people the confidence to come out and say and do and behave the way this country really is. The way this country is, and denies and won't allow itself to know. So the shadow of the underbelly, the sick, twisted underbelly, is now coming out of the subconscious of America. Just like every individual, can be driven by their subconscious desires and everything else, impulses. So does a nation, it just extends outward to national, right? The sick, twisted underbelly of America, its true, authentic self, not the fabricated self, super ego of America that wants to believe in this mythos of American founders, American exceptionalism, democracy, all freedom, all these things that are just false. let's just.
That would have been nice, but let's be real.
There was a short period of time, like we've talked about before, between the 30s and 70s, where expansions were made. During the Civil War, some expansions were made. Some of the expansions that were made were not always for the right reasons, but they were, things were getting better. Things were improving. And then they were improving even, further with, gay rights for marriage and things like this, and certain things were getting better. But then the backlash was this true underbelly, the true psychosis, the true narcissism, the true racism, bigotry, misogyny of America, spilling its evil, I don't like the word.
Well,
spilling its true nature outward.
Yep.
And now when these people have these voices and they're willing to express the underbelly of the true nature of this country in such a way, and what's going to happen is a lot of people, that even voted for Trump or anything else are going to say, they don't represent me, or they're far right. No. This is what you voted for. This is what this country is. This is what this country always has been. Let's go back to because if these people that are traditionalists and the constitutionalists, yeah, they're right. And we talked about this before. Yes, this is a racist, bigoted, based on slavery. Like, if you want to make America great again, and you're talking about that, you're talking about white, rich, white males, Christians.
Yep.
That's what you're talking about.
Heterosexual, yeah.
Heterosexual, yeah. And you're talking about...
And we want to get away from it, but you have to
and you're talking
acknowledge
about that was baked
we
in
did
with
start
some
from there.
capitalism.
We did start
now,
from there.
were there some French Enlightenment ideals baked in by some people in the hopes of things maybe getting better for others in the future? Were some of these people having thoughts in their head about how things might get better or change? I believe so. I do. I don't think they were just like pure just these tyrannical fascists. But I mean, this country started off as just another experiment in setting up a new feudal system in America with industrialists, being at the forefront after the Constitution, and then we got into the mechanized age, and then, then these guys became the new feudal lords. When the government kind of combined with the, these titans of industry, and they ran the country, and they're running the country right now. Now it's these, techno-fascists. So we're going back. Yeah, we're making America great again for white people, but we're not making it great again. What made it great for, these people that are voting against themselves, which is the socialism, the social programs, everything that they're cutting, that we just talked about in the last episode. So yeah, they've been duped, they've been conned, and they've been railroaded by corporate conmen, proven corporate conmen, criminals, verifiable criminals. How many people do you know have 44,000 litigations under their belt and 33 felony convictions?
Yeah.
I mean, if I knew somebody with 10, I would start to question it.
Well, and
you might have one or two, because who knows
what blows my mind is more.
Yeah, there's a pattern.
When you move it to more the left, the Democrats, the progressives, whatever you want to call us.
Everybody makes mistakes, but my God.
When we have a candidate who is accused, not convicted, but accused of something like that, he's gone.
Yeah.
So,
there's no... Look, these false equivalences, they're both equally as bad. No, when Democrats have somebody like that, they booted them the hell out. Not only that, when you're reacting to abuse and your anger and your so-called hatred for the other side is, in a certain way, it's justifiable contempt. You're not being contemptuous of somebody just because of who they are, because of their color, their skin, or other things that is happening on the other side. So the bully is not equal to the bullied. Right. And if the bullied is saying, no, he's not the hateful one. The hateful one is the one who bullied. So it's these false equivalences that go on time and time again. And I even hear it from good intention and good-natured people that, well, both sides got to stop. Well, no. Stop with this false equivalence. Stop with catering to the bully, because you're not helping the situation. You're not. So, it's that old thing back when I was in school. Oh, if the bully hits you, and you hit back, you're both getting suspended. Why? Why am I getting suspended? This motherfucker hit me.
Well, I mean, the only logic to that is, okay, if the administration is busy and they have to decide to suspend them both and then figure out what happened and then do further things, I kind of get that. But But you don't.
Right.
It's not equal punishment for the when
Boys
one of them
will
was
be
guilty.
boys, let 'em work it
Oh,
out.
I hate that one. No.
The bully should be put into counseling and asked, why are you behaving like this? Why do
Yeah.
you find it necessary? Are you getting hurt at home? What's happening here?
Right.
Yeah, but no, that's the way this whole system works, this whole society.
But it in the span of literally about 2 years, things have not necessarily people's actual opinions. I don't know, but the discussion has shifted dramatically. I mean, like it was only about a year or two ago that I started hearing Republicans say, "Oh, I think we're too democratic. We shouldn't actually have a democracy.
we're going to get into
Democracy's bad."
discussion about gerrymandering.
Yeah. And then more recently, they'd say things like, "Oh, well, yeah, fascism isn't necessarily so bad, but we're not like that German guy." And now guys like this guy on Jubilee, he's full on. "Oh, I want to take the Nazi word back." What?
Yeah.
What? That's exactly what he said.
Yeah. We're going to take it back.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, man. But like I said, this is not the extreme. This is exactly what is at the heart of America. And it's finally coming to the surface, and it needs to come out, just like if you're trying to heal yourself, you need to know where this is coming
If
from.
you pretend it's not actually that bad, then you're not going to be able to deal with it
You're
appropriately.
not going to be able to deal with your own demons if you don't expose them for what they are. And we need to do that as a society. But
Yep.
that's the end. Thanks.